Don't give up on your dream house. So I had a family reach out to me a couple months back. Actually, they're fans of the channel, and they reached out and asked me if I would assist them in buying their dream house. Now, typically, I'm the one doing the teaching in these real estate transactions, but this particular family taught me an important and valuable lesson in resilience, in being clear on what you want and not giving up on your dream home. And I want to kind of share their story with you here today. So they reached out via email as fans of the channel, said they had been watching for a while and they wanted me to help them find their house. They were super clear on what they wanted. 4-bedroom, 2-bath, over 2,000 square feet, and a swimming pool. Like, the swimming pool was a must-have. If it didn't have a swimming pool, then they weren't going to basically spend what they might spend if it does have a swimming pool. And so they reached out, said that they had been shopping for a home already for the past year. They had gotten into the crazy 2022 market where, everything was going over the asking price. And it was really crazy at their price point because the best houses, typically the ones with pools and things of that nature, they were selling super fast and like going way high over the asking price. So they were shopping in that market, ended up having some things that they needed to fix on their credit in order to get ready to shop again. And so they stopped for several months. And when they came back, the previous agent that they were working with, I think maybe just got a little frustrated and decided that he was not going to represent them anymore. So they were not deterred by this. They got on the internet, did some more research, and found me and asked that I help them. So we really hit it off when we did meet. We were both from Alabama. We had very like backgrounds and some similar interests, and it was really, really cool starting to work with them. So we went out and we shopped, and it was really, really hard to find what they wanted. So they were about to settle. They found a house that was good enough, but it didn't have everything they wanted, i.e. the swimming pool. So they were looking for a bargain in that case. And so the offer that we put in was actually $20,000 lower than the asking price. Now, they didn't get that price accepted, but what they did end up getting was about $13,000 off of the sales price. And just as they were about to accept it and about to settle, a new house popped into the MLS, came through their email, and they called immediately and said, hey, we have to go see this house today because they are gonna reply, like they are responding to us on the house that we have an offer in on, but if we can get this house, I do not want that other house. And so after moving some things around, thanks to my showing agent, Deanna, for taking them out, such a last minute thing, we moved some things around, got them into that house, and it was everything that they wanted. Like, they were just basically, that showing was just to confirm that it was everything that they wanted. So after getting inside, seeing that it was everything that they wanted, they decided to submit an offer. But the problem was the house that we had previously submitted the low offer on, they were accepting our offer. They had a couple changes and they were expecting us to send the contract back signed. And so the amount of time that it was going to take to get a response on the new house versus the amount of time that we had to respond on this current house, there was a pretty wide gap. So they were going to have to essentially give up on the first house in order to potentially get the second house. And it wasn't even for sure because, come to find out, there are multiple offers on this house. So due to some calls on my part and just really working with the listing agent and appealing to them, they actually let us submit another higher offer in order to beat the offer that was currently on the table, but we weren't sure what that number was, so we had to kind of play the waiting game for another day or so. So we did get word back that our offer was the winning offer. My clients were ecstatic. We were excited. We were ready to get the inspection underway and head to the closing table. Well, things didn't go as smoothly as we might have thought. The appraiser went out to appraise the home, and that appraisal actually came in $55,000 lower than the sales price. Now, we didn't go up crazy on the sales price. The deal that we had was actually right in the parameters of where I thought it would work and appraise. Like, I did an analysis on the property. I was confident that the price we offered was a solid appraisal price. This appraisal came in $55,000 lower. So we were all basically floored by this. So they did not give up. So we challenged the appraisal, and that appraiser came back and said, nope, I'm sticking with my value. This is it. This is the value, and this is why. And his reasons were not illogical, I will say that, but they were determined to get this house, and they did not give up on their dream house. So they actually went to a second mortgage company in order to get a second appraisal done. Now, this cost them an extra $800 to make happen, but they were not going to give up on their dream house. So after getting another appraiser out and negotiating with the sellers to extend the contract long enough for us to get another appraiser out there and get another appraisal done, we finally got somebody else out there, and then he gave us the value with a little bit extra on top. But that wasn't the final straw. The mortgage company who sent the appraiser out, the loan officer for that company had decided that he did not want to work with them because previously they weren't able to work together. So he told them that the mortgage company would not accept their application and he would not work with them. But my people did not give up on their dream house. So they actually called his manager. Come to find out that this person didn't even work for the mortgage company anymore, and he was giving them false, misleading information. So they went around him, went with another loan officer in the same company. They actually approved the loan, got them everything they needed, and also they reran the credit score, which was better than it was 45 days before we started this journey. Reran his credit, got him a better interest rate because he had a better credit score, and also knocked down his private mortgage insurance by about $200. And like overall, his monthly payment was $400 lower than it was going to be initially. And he ended up having to come to the table with $3,000 less than he was initially, thanks to just not giving up on his dream house. So we went to the closing table. Everything was great, and I had to stand up and just take a moment to tell them like how much I appreciated the lessons that I learned from them and their resiliency, and watching them go through trial after trial after trial with this house. I mean, we had issues negotiating the inspection repairs, and we had issues with the mortgage company. We had issues with the value. They had issues with their realtor before me, and we even had issues finding the house that they wanted. But through and through, they remained steady, they remained confident, and they remained clear on what they wanted, and they did not give up on their dream house. So I said that I was going to take a minute to make this video here for anybody out there who is looking to maybe buy a house in the future, or they might be under contract. Like, these real estate transactions are very stressful, and it is one of those situations where anything that can happen will happen. And so if you are determined and you are clear on your mission, and you know what it is you want, and you know what you want out of a house, then don't give up on that. Don't let interest rates determine that. Don't let money issues determine that. Don't let the crazy housing market determine that. If you're in a place where it's time to buy, you know when it's time to buy and what's right for you in your situation, but there just seems to be like barriers that are getting in the way, or just hills to climb those hills, keep on trucking, and don't give up on your dream house. All right, just wanted to share that with you guys. Like, subscribe, let me know if you've had a situation similar where you had to fight to get the thing that you wanted. I would love to hear from you. All right, see you on the flip side. Peace.